What's up, guys? Just wanted to make a quick little video on the optimal file setup for Ouya New Game Plus no QE. This also applies to New Game Plus no boxies and all character trophies. Uh, this file that I'm using is in the resources channel of the Ratchet and Clank Discord, so you can just download it there if you want. But if you want to make your own file, which perfectly understandable, I do that a lot. Might as well explain the optimal setup since this game's changed so much. I think it'd serve us well to have a video like this. So first thing you're gonna notice is that I'm playing in Spanish, and that's not just because that's what my console language is set to, but because that's actually the optimal language for no QE now. Save 0.1 seconds over German. So if you play in German, it's not really like you're gonna miss out on much. But you know, if you want to truly be optimal, keep that in mind. You can make the file in English. You know, when you're making the file and you finish it and you're gonna load up the game, you can just go into the main menu and there should be options and there'll be like a language select, so you can just swap to Spanish. But I'm gonna at least show you, like, I'm gonna have the game in Spanish since you might want to get used to what the menus look like in the optimal language. So first I'm going to start with the things that you should not get if you're setting up the file. So that way if you're making your own file, you'll know, like, okay, don't get this. So first, do not buy the Rhino. As you can see, I have the missing slot for the Rhino. We use that for a level smash, so avoid that. Do not get the box breaker on Zeldrin's starport. Since the run has a lot of boxies now, last thing you want to do is hyper strike and boom, your run's dead. Don't buy any armor that's better than the Alpha Combat Suit, which is the default armor, which I have on right now. And finally, do not buy the Snowman skin, because we also use that for a level smash. So yeah, so that's all the things that you shouldn't get. Now for the things that you do want to get. So for gadgets, get the PDA. We use this like twice in the run, once to skip some dialogue, and then once to refill ammo on the Bio-Obliterator, and then obviously you want to get the charge boots. For the weapons, as you can see, I have all of the weapons except the Rhino, and the reason for that is because when you open up the vendor, here, let me show this off. Velden doesn't have any vendors, sadly, so as you can see, you know, in the center is the option for maxing out all your ammo. And normally, when you're in a regular vendor, not with the PDA, to the right should be all the weapons that are available to buy. So if I was at a normal vendor, the Rhino would be to the right. If you don't have all the weapons, then you're going to have to do some additional inputs to the right to purchase the Rhino. I know there are some people whose save files don't have all the weapons, but they still only have to do one input to go to the Rhino. Maybe that's some Rackman shit. I don't really know. But for my sake, at least, I bought every single weapon. So when I go to buy the Rhino, it is right there. I can instantly buy it. Nice and easy. So now, the file does have a quick select already set up. First, I'm going to go over all the weapons that you need for the run, and this might differ for no boxies and all character trophies, like I said, but this is tailored specifically to no QE. So all the weapons and what level you should have them at. First, you want the shot cannon. You want it at max level, obviously. You want the N60 Storm. It doesn't matter what level this is, as long as it's not V5 or above. You can have it at V1, V4, anything in between, doesn't matter. Just do not have it at V5, because the reason we want the N60 is because Ratchet holds it with one hand, and if you upgrade it to the V5, he's going to hold it with two hands, and it's going to be useless to us for boxies. So the Plasma Whip, we use this for movement tech. It does not matter what level you have it at. I have it at V1. You can have it at V8, whatever you want. I usually have it upgraded to like V8 because I like the blue. You obviously want the Suck Cannon. This is kind of the new bread and butter of the game, used for boxies. Similar to the N60, do not upgrade this to V5 or above, because if you do, the setups for the boxies change. I've had difficulty pulling off certain boxies with V5, and some of the setups just might not work. So every setup we do is tailored specifically to the V1 through V4. And just for the record, the setups don't change if you have a V4 suck cannon, only if you upgrade it to the vortex cannon. So yeah, V1 to V4. Next up, you want the splitter rifle, V8 for maximum damage. The plasma storm, V8, we use this on a couple planets, maximum damage. You want the shield charger, V8, obviously, very useful one. The mega turrets, technically it doesn't really matter if these are V5 or V8 because we don't use these to damage enemies anymore. But I would still recommend you have it at V8 so that you can have the max ammo. At V5 you only have 12 ammo, so it's best that you have these at V8 so that you have the maximum 16. But again, turret proxies and whatnot and clips will work the same with V5. So don't worry too much. And yeah, those are all the weapons that we use in the run. Just a little side note, don't mind that the nitro launcher is not fully upgraded. I kind of gave up when making this file. So now for the quick select setup. I'll show you like my quick select setup and what I recommend. So I recommend putting the most essential weapons on cardinal directions. Cardinal meaning like non-diagonals basically. So where you see the shot cannon, suck cannon, you know, these are cardinal directions. So what I recommend on cardinal directions, I recommend the shot cannon, the suck cannon, the shield, and the plasma whip. I don't have the plasma whip on a cardinal direction because I don't want it to mess with my muscle memory. But for you, I would recommend having it on a cardinal direction. And then I recommend putting the other weapons on a diagonal. So turrets, plasma storm, splitter rifle. For the shield charger, a runner named Chili, in his tutorial, he suggests that you put it on the top. That way, if you're charging and you open up the quick select, you'll just equip the shield instead of equipping a different weapon. So I would recommend putting the shield on top. I don't do that because, again, muscle memory. I would also recommend putting the PDA on the first quick select ring. I used to have it on the second quick select ring. And the reason for that is because the 2 times you want to use it are a little more urgent than anything on the second quick select ring, in my opinion. To maximize like the tiny little bit of time save on Courtney Gears, for example, I have it on the first quick select ring, and to easily access it during Bio Obliterator and not fumble around and get my ass kicked, I have it there as well. So on the second quick select ring, have the N60 Storm. There's only 3 boxies in no QE where the N60 is used. I think World Record doesn't even do like the 3rd boxy where the N60 is used. So take that how you will. And then the camera controls. First person mode's not really used like at all. But if you want to do like no BP and you want to do turret bounces, then you may want it on your second quick select ring. Obviously you'll need third person mode and lock strafe, because lock strafe is used for a few boxies, and then third person mode to swap back and do the normal movement. I have these set up in the same way that they're set up in the multiplayer mode. If you go into multiplayer, the quick select's already made for you. You can't change it, and this is how they place the camera controls. So yeah, I do that just for easiness for me. Let's see. I forgot to talk about the camera controls. Obviously you want to have the camera speed as high as possible. Now, a little thing that I would recommend, if you speedrun Ratchet 2, right here, this is the first person mode. I would recommend setting the up and down movement to imitate whatever it would be in that game. So if you play with normal controls, when you go to first person mode in that game, it's like inverted. for some reason, and then if you play inverted, it's normal mode. I would recommend setting up first person mode to do just that in case you run a category or do a strat that involves like turret bounces, so that way your muscle memory won't screw you over. For audio and video, go down to these two options. This is the help desk text and voice. Turn them off. I know they changed things on the Starship Phoenix, the initial visit. I don't know where else they really affect anything. And then it doesn't matter what you have for cheats, and it doesn't matter what skin you have on. Like I said, you don't want to buy any armor better than the default armor, but if you want to equip a skin besides the snowman skin, you can, you know. My file, I have the ninja skin, or at least I usually do. Hold on, let me swap to this. And now, finally, for the actual setup on Velden, so you are allowed to set up your quick select, so set up the quick select however you want. Again, most important weapon should be on cardinal directions, that being shot cannon, plasma whip, suck cannon, shield. And then this is what I would recommend for the second ring. Once you're on Velden, I recommend swapping to lock strafe, because the very first boxy we do it in lock strafe mode, so might as well. And now I would recommend equipping the suck cannon and then equipping the N60 and re-equipping the suck cannon by tapping triangle, not by selecting it in the quick select. You don't want to change the order of weapons. The reason we do this is because the first thing we do is we go over here, we charge, and then we set up a boxy, and we pull out the N60 to make the boxy work the way we want it to work. So yeah, it doesn't matter what the third weapon is. Here I have the turrets because assuming you do like the fastest strats, you're gonna select multiple weapons and when doing free fall skip anyways. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's anything else I missed, I will put it in the description of this video. But otherwise, thank you for watching.